Hello students, in this video we'll discuss about the chapter Federalism. In the previous chapter we noted that vertical division of power among different levels of government is one of the major forms of power sharing in modern democracies. So in this chapter we focus on this form of power sharing. It is most commonly referred to as federalism. Now, federalism is a system of government in which the power is divided between a central authority and various constituent units of the country. It means there is a central government and the other power is also shared with state government and local government. Now, the levels of government in federations are there is a federation which has two levels of government. Government for the entire country, that is usually responsible for few subjects of common national interest, and another is at the level of provinces or states that look after much of the day-to-day administering of the state. Now, the important features or key features of federalism. There are two or more levels or tiers of government. Different tiers of government govern the same citizens, but each tier has its own jurisdiction in specific matters of legislation, taxation, and administration. It means if there is one level, it will call a unitary form of government. When there are more than one level of government, it is known as federal government. The jurisdiction of the respective levels of the government are specified in the Constitution. So, the existence and the authority of each tier of government is constitutionally guaranteed. The fundamental provisions of the Constitution cannot be unilaterally changed by one level of government. Such changes require the consent of both the levels of government. It means when a bill is passed, it cannot be passed only by one house. It has to be passed in both the houses. So it cannot be changed unilaterally, means one level cannot change it. It has to go to both the houses. As we know, the third organ of the government is the judiciary. So the judiciary interprets the constitution and the powers of different levels of government. The highest court acts as an umpire. For example, if there is any conflict or dispute between the state and the union, the Supreme Court plays the role as an umpire. So, sources of revenue for each level of government are clearly specified to ensure its financial autonomy. Means which all areas are under the state or which areas are under the union government. It is clearly mentioned in our constitution. The federal system thus has dual objective. Dual objective means two objectives. What are they? To safeguard and promote unity of the country while at the same time accommodate regional diversity. Means our country is a diverse country, so the government's job is to see that our unity is there. The country's unity is sustained. And therefore, two aspects are crucial for the institution and practice of federalism. Governments at different levels should agree to some rules of power sharing. They should also trust that each would abide by part of the agreement. An ideal federal system has both aspects, mutual trust and agreement to live together. There should be trust between union government and state government. Then only a country can function smoothly. Now, the two crucial aspects, government at different levels should agree to some rules of power sharing. Trust and agreement to live together must be there. Now, in a federation, there are two rules. One is coming together, another is holding together. Now, coming together federation means where the independent states, all small states, they agree to form a larger unit. That is called coming together federation. And they increase security by pooling sovereignty and retaining identity. Means they are free to take any decision, any external or internal decision, they are free to take, that is sovereignty, and they retain their own identity. And all constituent states have equal power. All the states have equal power. For example, United States of America, there are 50 states and each state has its own jurisdiction, own power. But they agree to form a larger unit and they form a big country. So people of America, they have dual citizenship, one citizenship of their state, another citizens of their country. Switzerland, Australia, these are the example of coming together federation. Now another federal way, a root of federation is holding together. Large country decides to divide power between constitutional unit and center. Center is more powerful than the states, and constituent units of federation have unequal power. India, Spain, and Belgium. Here, India, if we take the example of India, India's central government is more powerful than the state governments. State government is subordinate to the central government. So here, the main difference is the coming together federation. All individual states are equal. They have got equal power, and they are not subordinate to the union government. They agree to form a larger unit. But here, in holding together federation, the states government they are subordinate to the union government. That's all in this video. We'll continue in the second part.